My name is Jessica. I'm 32. I'm from Monterey, Tennessee. I have 3 kids. I'm from a good home, good loving home. Um, Met a man when I was 17 and had to hurry up and get married. Got married right after high school. Had 2 kids with him. We were together for 8 years, and in that time, he introduced me to pot. We smoked pot through our marriage. Through the whole marriage, he was abusive, physically, mentally, cheated on me the whole entire time. I finally got to a point where I was tired of living a lie, so we divorced. 2 years later, I met another man, fell in love, got pregnant, and he left. I stayed clean while I was pregnant. Right after I had the baby, um, my pill, I started with pills, and just to numb anything that I could. After that, me and him tried to get back together off and on, but each time just wasn't working. He was even more physical abusive towards me, more mental abuse. Um, just I just felt unloved and didn't know what was wrong with me. And each time we would just add another drug to go with it. I eventually was doing cocaine and then got introduced to meth. Each time we broke up, um, I felt unloved, and it wasn't no time he was calling wanting to come back. I would take him back, but each time a new drug would come in, a heavier pill, cocaine, and then meth. Um, Eventually, it just got to the point to where I was just numb to everything. Um, we split up for good, and that drove me into even deeper. I started shooting up my meth, putting anything into a needle I could get and using it. Um, I got in trouble with the law. They found a meth lab in my house. Um, DCS got involved, split my family up. Um, I got in trouble. 4 years, was looking at 4 years. Um, got put on probation. Didn't last but 5 months on probation, and without getting even higher than any as high as I could. That's the way I wanted it, just to numb the pain, to get rid of anything. I felt worthless. I felt like I had just a disappointment in my family and my kids. Um, I was to the point to where I was living from house to house, to couch, floor to floor, and eventually was on the ground. I didn't care where I was at, didn't care who I was hurting, didn't care that I wasn't seeing my kids. Um, just, I didn't care about anything. Um, I got to the point to where finally I was sitting there fixing to get high, and I just felt tired, completely wore out. It was a job getting high, and it wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't exciting anymore. Um, that moment, I decided that I didn't want to live like this anymore. I wanted to change. I wanted to be a different person. I went and turned myself into jail. Got sentenced to my 4 years. They they revoked my probation and said 4 years in jail. Um, After sitting there for a couple of weeks, I decided that wasn't where I was supposed to be. I wrote Pastor Tim a letter explaining my situation, telling him that I wanted to change. And we started the process, and he went and followed me through 3 jails. And finally, I come to here at Livingston at the Teen Challenge of the Upper Cumberland. And um, since then, life's great. I have love here like I haven't felt before. My family has put their trust and back into me. They are so proud of me.
My kids can't wait for me to come home to be the mom that I'm supposed to be. God's gave me a whole new outlook on life. I'm happy to wake up in the morning. I'm happy for the people that's here. I'm so thankful for Pastor Tim and Miss Sheridan. We don't get treated like we're individuals with problems. We're family. And I love them. And I'm just so thankful that God has brought me here. He has redeemed me. I'm in freedom with Him. And I'm no longer an IV meth addict that the world says that I am. I'm a child of God. And I'm precious.